Hey, what's happening everyone? Journeyman here, and welcome back to Weston Super Mare. So it's been 1 month, and it's been one heck of a month for the squad as we try and turn things around. Hey everyone, once again, welcome back to Weston Super Mare. So it's been about a month since the last episode, and that was a 4-3 defeat against Dagenham and Redbridge. Now take a look at some of these results. It's a much improved results, as you can see, and also goals conceded as well. Things have tightened up. We've just magically learned how to defend. First of all, we had a 1-1 draw against Halifax. Another another safe penalty, I should say, from Luke Purnell. He's kind of a bit of a specialty. And we actually played really well in this game. Disappointing not to have won, but the draw was satisfactory nevertheless. Then we drew 2-2 against Morecambe. They actually scored the opening goal and the last goal in the 87th minute. Just couldn't hang on for that priceless victory. And Dale Southall getting a goal on his debut. I'll explain him in just a few moments. There's been a couple additions to the side. Then we drew 0-0 against Wrexham, a very credible result. It was a pretty evenly fought game, not a lot of chances for either side, so pleasing to get a clean sheet. Then we won 1-0 against York. This is our first win in about 7 or 8 games, and Aaron Williams getting a goal, and Dale Southall even missed a penalty in the 3rd minute, but despite that we did win 1-0, good clean sheets and a solid victory away from home. And then we beat Bournemouth 5-1, so far the highlight of the season. Southall getting a hat-trick with Richard Bryan, and Aaron Williams getting goals, and Ricky Shakes getting a consolation for Boreham Wood. A real complete display from back to front. Excellent performance. Very pleasing stuff. And then most recently we did have a little bit of a hiccup. We lost 1-0 to Woking. Even they had a player sent off and they won it for a penalty. We only had one shot on target. That was a little bit concerning. Good amount of possession, good amount of chances, just couldn't convert any for this game. So disappointing to lose, but nevertheless we've been playing much better over the recent weeks. So that brings us up to today. We're up against AFC Flyde, who are currently 3rd in the National League, as you can see, competing for a playoff spot right now for promotion. On the other hand, we are at the bottom of the table and we are struggling to stay out of the relegation zone despite our upturn in form. So let's take a look at some of the transfers that I mentioned that came in. First of all, we took Dale Southwell. Looks like he's on decline, which is kind of strange. But anyway, he's come in and he's performed magnificently. He's changed the way we've played up top. He's just been a real thorn in the side for the oppositions. 4 goals in 6 appearances is an excellent return with an average rating of 7.05. So he's done very well. And at the back, out of the defender, Daniel Devine, who previously played for Nuneaton last year and did pretty well. 3 goals in 23 appearances. Average rating of 6.74. Just a very well-rounded centre half. Nothing spectacular. Concentration 11, jump and reach 13, strength 13, decent pace for his ability level as well. So he's got all those required attributes you might want for a solid centre half, and he's made the difference so far. 4 appearances, average rating of 7.25, and we've only conceded just a handful of goals compared to the opening weeks of the season. On the way out, one player, Sam Smith, who actually started the season up top for us, he's gone to Bromley, and he's so far netted 1 goal in 3 appearances for them. Alright, so we'll go into today's game up against AFC Flyde. We are playing at home. It's the few days after the Woking game. So some players will be a little tired. We'll have to maybe move around some of the starting lineup. I'd prefer not to, though, because things are going very well with this current lineup, and I've also got a bit more consistent in who I pick. Previously, up to that point, it was I was chopping and changing, things like that. And, I just found a team that works, and I'm trying to stick with it the best I can, despite fitness and injury concerns and things like that. So with that being said, I'm actually going to stick to that philosophy and that motto, and I'm going to keep the same lineup. So Purnell's going to be in goal, Richard Bryan at right back with Joe Steele and Devine at centre half, Roturno at left back with Sweeney, Theo Brilli as a deep line playmaker, Sakuna as the ball winning midfielder, James Jenkins and Dale Southall and Aaron Williams lead the line. So that's going to be the lineup for today's game, and as I mentioned, it's going to be a very tough one. AFC Flyde have had a really good start to the season, and although we've got much better over the last coming weeks, it's still going to be a very tough match. So with that being said, I'd like to get a positive result, i.e. a draw or better, but we'll just have to wait and see. So As I mentioned, things are going much better as far as financially as well. We're actually turning a profit so far this season, so that's pleasing to see. We're only negative 13,000, I believe, in the bank, so that's definitely improving. Here's an early chance. Good save from the goalkeeper there. Here's maybe another chance. Southwell to Williams, who gets in there. Get in there, son. 1-0, and Williams' 4th goal of the season. On the 12th minute, Southwell doing well there to scoop up the rebound after an excellent save from Taylor. Kennedy really made a mess of that, and that was an easy finish for the on-loan striker. Easy finish. So good start to the game there, 1-0, and so far playing pretty good football. Alright, so Roe Turner back to Devine. Devine hits it long here. Southwell will give chase. He pressures the back line, and they've had to force a hasty clearance, but they've kind of got away with it there. Rowe, good tackle there from Sakuna, who's been playing really solidly. Very surprised by that. He wasn't in my initial plans for the season, but so far he's doing very well. Bond, back to Rowe. Okay, crosses it. Got to close him down a bit quicker. Get there. Again, we're looking for a right back still. That's definitely a weak point in the team, and they've scored from across on the left-hand side as I say that. Kashimi Walton gets his 5th goal of the season after poor play from Richard Bryan on the right. As I mentioned, I am looking to bring in a right back. That's one area of the team that does need drastic improvement. I've got Ugo Doji on loan right now. Sorry, on loan, on trial. Just taking a good look at him. He might be a possible signing you might see in the next episode, but nevertheless, I am keeping my eyes and ears open for a good, solid right back, because right now we really don't have one in the squad. So at halftime whistle, it is 1-1. We're actually playing pretty solidly, pretty well. Disappointing to have conceded that goal, because if you look at the match stats, that was the only shot on target. So if we did defend that a little bit better, we still will be winning 1-0. Alright, so here's maybe a chance early in the second half. Williams does well to hold the ball up. Sakuna to Jenkins. Jenkins to Bryan. Let's see if we can do something going forward. He lays it inside, gives it away, however. Shows Silva. Plays it away to Holmes. Hits it long to Rowe. He's beyond last defender. Rowe shoots, and a good save there from Luke Purnell. Luke Purnell's been excellent this season. Despite how many goals he's conceded, it really not really been his fault. He's put in some absolutely marvelous displays, and including 3 penalty spots thus far, or penalty spot saves so far. So that's really nice going for him. He's a really good season. Here's maybe a chance on the counter attack. It's amounted to nothing. Devine hits it forward again, looking for Williams. Can't find him. Jenkins does find Williams. Sweeney, let's see what he can do creatively. Give it away to Black, and the highlight is over. Alright, here's another one though, quickly after. A lot of action early in the second half here. To assess that's going to be a very open second half. Bryan to Jenkins to Dale Southwell. Southwell to Richard Bryan. Sweeney lays it to Sakuna. He might take a shot from here, but he gives the ball away, and it leads to a counter-attacking opportunity now for Flyde. Rowe back to Holmes. Clears it long. More play from Richard Bryan there. Southwell picks up the rebound. Here's a counter-attacking opportunity for us. Let's see what we can do here. So far, it's been a lot of fluff. The ball goes through to Southwell. Oh, good save from Taylor. Probably should have scored there, Dale Southwell. But yeah, the build-up play has been a lot of fluff up to that moment, but a nice through ball, and Southwell really should have made it 2-1. And the resulting corner comes to nothing. But potentially a counter-attack here for Flyde. Hits it long, and it goes straight into the hands of Purnell. No danger at all. Alright, so what we got then, about 55 minutes on the clock. Williams lays it to Sakuna, to Jenkins. Jenkins drives forward here, shoots, ricochets off Southwell, balls to Bryan, to Southwell, hits a defender, and the ball is kind of booted clear, and it might lead to a counter-attack. Nope, we've snuffed it well there, good stuff. But good build-up play nevertheless. That was a good opportunity. I think it went down as a clear-cut chance for Southwell in there. So 20 minutes left to go in the game. Was actually dominated. If you look at the match stats there, 56% possession, 14 shots are there for. So we're actually doing really, really well. However, we have some tired legs. Let's make a couple changes. Let's bring on Perry Ryan for Sakuna. And let's make a change at left back. Let's bring on Ryan Delaney for Roe Turner. Ryan Delaney's a little bit more solid than Roe Turner. Not as gifted going forward, but nevertheless a good, solid left back. Alright, so 20 minutes left to go in this game. If the result stays the same, I would not be too disappointed. I actually thought we were going to lose today a couple of weeks ago until our form started to get a bit better. And we're actually on the cusp of winning this, but a draw would be a good result nevertheless. Ryan gives it away there. I'm always worried of that counter-attack. They got plenty of men forward here. Shoshova gets there, shoots, and puts it over the bar. Good opportunity. Devine does well to put him off. Solid game for him thus far, just 6.4, but I can tell that he's had a rough time with the 3 strikers for Flied. Alright, so ball goes long here. Steele does well on the cover. Lays off to Perry Ryan. Delaney boots it forward. Finds Williams. Southwall is on the last man. He's looking for the ball beyond. Williams makes a shot from 35 yards and it goes horribly wide. Poor decision making there from Williams. Alright, so we've just got about 8 minutes left to go in the game. Here's an opportunity. Ball's cleared, but it's going to go straight back at us from Taylor. Taylor hits it long. Well won by Sweeney. Jenkins hits it long. Rowe turns his defender, shoots and pile drives it over the bar. That was a great opportunity for Flied there to win it late on. I'm going to switch to a defensive style just for the last few minutes. Let's hold on for a draw. As I mentioned, a draw wouldn't be a bad result. I'll be pretty happy with things if they stay the same. We're in extra time. It's almost over here. 10 seconds left to go on the clock. To a very credible draw against a team that is doing very well in the table. Yep, there it is, 1-1 draw final at Woodspring Stadium, and it's a very good, solid result. Very happy with that. I mean, it's not very exciting for you guys, but in the larger scheme of things, a draw against a team like Flied is really an exceptional result. So that's going to wrap up this episode. The next episode, however, we are going to play, I think we're going to do... Let's do Tranmere Rovers away. They're kind of a big club down here, so I feel like they'd be a nice, good fixture to have. Tranmere Rovers away from home will be the next fixture. So we're going to do Guiseley and Bath as simulated. We're going to go in between that, and then we'll return for the Tranmere Rovers game. But anyway, enough rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching the episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, remember to hit like, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.